Hello everybody, and welcome to the very first game of our Western Kentucky Hilltoppers Dynasty in NCAA 13. Maybe I should just start saying NCAA instead of saying AA, because it always comes out kind of weird. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with that. But our first game is at home against the Navy Midshipmen. It will be a interesting game to say the least, with Navy in their option attack. Hoping for a good result. I mean, I'd say our teams are pretty even, so it should make for a pretty good matchup against Navy. So yeah, let's get this thing going. By the way, this intro, just because this is the first game, I decided to show it, but probably for future games I'll just cut it out because it's the same thing every time. Maybe if we're playing on the road and a team has a special intro, I might show it, but if it's just like a generic intro like this, I probably won't show it. So just a little side note there for you guys. But I'm excited for this Dynasty. And I'm still kind of getting a handle on editing and stuff, so if you have any tips or concerns or whatever, just throw them my way. I'm all for it. So we start off with the ball here in the first quarter, and read option does not work out very well. That linebacker played it very nicely. So now we jump ahead to third down and another failure. So we just go backwards on our first drive and we'll be punting it away. So now Navy will be able to start off on their first drive. And this dude right here, Copeland, just tears it up. He doesn't want to go down, and now they go with the no huddle. So we'll speed things up a little bit here. So 2nd and 1, Navy trying to get that first down. When you're running an option style offense, it can be difficult to defend, I tell you. And back to the no huddle after they got the first down. So I bring everybody in coverage up because I figured they're going to do it again. And we do. We stop their quarterback, Miller, in the backfield. So now it's 2nd and 12, obviously. So here they go. And everybody on defense goes after him. And now they're halfback, holding his leg in pain. So it's 3rd and 13 now. We're looking to get a big stop here. Home crowd is on its feet for, few people are there. He's going for the bomb, and, well, Navy not really a passing team. Our defense comes up big, so they punt it away to us. And Keyshawn, I think that's his first name, Keyshawn Simpson, gets stopped in the backfield, so we just keep going backward. Luckily, he's going to power ahead for a nice gain. Set up a 3rd and short situation for our offense, and Mr. Doyle, the tight end, the big tight end, making the catch. And so I decided, you know what, we'll do a little no huddle. I don't do no huddle a lot, except if it's late in the game. I don't have timeouts or whatever. But I thought I'd maybe just mix things up. And Brown drops the ball. He had it. He was open and he dropped it. But then Keyshawn Simpson breaks away. Big gain there to set us up around midfield to keep the drive alive. And then this happens. A little bit, I think it was a little overthrown on that play, or whatever it was. It was a bad throw, going long. So we give the ball away on an interception. And then a fumble, and this, I don't even know what just happened there. Fumble, and I thought he was going to pick up the fumble and go all the way. Then our defense comes up big on the option again. So now Navy has to pass it. Not much going for them. They're not a passing team. They don't do it very well. So that's good. And boom! Simpson bouncing it outside. Nice little 5-yard gain there. Always like to have those little things there. Brown this time stepping it up. 2nd and 12 now. We're coming closer to the end of the first quarter. And Doyle just doesn't want to go down. Doyle the man. Always good when you can have a good receiving tight end who also has nice size. So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. No score on the board yet. We decide to go with the halfback screen, and we pass it to Mr. Simpson, who's gaining some nice big yards on the screenplay. Always great when you can run those with success. And look at this. Look who is open in the end zone. It's Mr. Bo Brand. Bo Brand in the end zone touchdown. Our first of the season. It was a beautiful play. And everybody is excited, including the mascot. I do not know what that's supposed to be. I mean, I know they're the Hilltoppers, so it's probably like a little hill, but I still really don't know what that is. Once again, our defense stepping it up, making big plays, and boom, Miller stuffed in the backfield again. So now it's 3rd and 13. Once again, they have to pass it. Not their forte. Copeland is going to be stopped inches short of the first down. I was sure that was a first down, but they punt it away. And now we're looking at a read option from Jakes. He's a fast quarterback. He's not the fastest, but he can take off. He's got speed, pretty good acceleration. And so we do it again here, 3rd and 8. Jakes is going to pick up the first down. Going to go out of bounds so he doesn't, get hit and get injured or something like that. Got to preserve a quarterback like this. And then, boom, Keyshawn Simpson gets all the right blocks, makes all the right moves to get the touchdown. And this was a sexy touchdown. We're going to look at the replay, because this linebacker came through blitzing and missed. He completely whiffed, and then we get a nice block from our receiver downfield. Touchdown. So we're up 14-0 here in the second quarter. And Miller finally able to get some good yardage, about 12 yards there on that run. So they've been struggling to get their offense running correctly. Copeland, 2-yard loss. Our defense just swarming all over their backs. They're not able to. And then what happens here is one of the biggest just face palms I've ever done. I was offside, and I just went with it. I was like, you know what? I went so far offside, it was unreal. So it was a fail, but our defense comes up and makes sure that offside wasn't a matter at all. So it's still under 2 minutes now to go in the second quarter. There on second down, we fail to get anything going. Then we go with a little draw play to Mr. Simpson, who doesn't look like he's going to get it, and he fights his way. I mean, this is what I love to see. He fights his way to the first down, so keeps our little drive alive here to maybe try and get one last little score in before the half. Little bubble screen to Brand. Had that touchdown catch earlier. 3rd and 2 now. And here Jakes is going to get hit as he throws, and the ball travels all of, maybe 3 feet. There's some Navy. Likely their final possession of the first half. Miller will slide down on the scramble. And them being put into passing situations. But here, this is a beautiful catch on the sideline to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Around midfield, Navy now just turning into a passing team. We got to hit them and leave them in bounds, so the clock starts running for them, but they call timeout. And now Miller takes off again, breaks through the defense for another first down. They're getting closer, and the clock's still running here at this point. Miller will take off again. This time he doesn't get very far, and he's in bounds. So they'll set up to kick the field goal, this one from, I believe, about 48 yards. Yeah, 48 yards. And so now we will jump to the second half. Navy starts out with the ball, hoping to take the momentum from that field goal and that last drive of the first half to get a score here to start the second half. But our defense, once again, just swarming all over their ball carriers, not letting them get very far, and then putting him into difficult passing situations. Overthrows his receiver into triple coverage as well. And so the Midshipmen will punt it away. We're up by 2 touchdowns. We're hoping to stick with our game plan here. Give Simpson the ball. Run some option plays and such. Here we go with the triple option. Get the linebacker to bite on the fullback, and allows our quarterback Jakes to successfully pick up the first down. Things are going well for the Hilltoppers. Everything's looking good. Now we're into midshipman territory once again, and we find Mr. Beaubrand breaking tackles. Gets all the way up to around the 17, 16-yard line, and there is that freaky mascot again. That is just one of the downsides to picking this team. That thing is weird. We need a couple yards on that pass. We're going to go 3rd and 8. And we're going to give a little jet sweep to Mr. Doyle, who's not going to get the first down. He almost gets there fighting hard, but we'll stick with a field goal here and take a 2-touchdown lead over Navy 17-3. Later in the 3rd quarter now, we've got Miller on an option play, and still the defense not going to give an inch here to these guys. Well, maybe a few inches, but then they go with the play action, and he's going to overthrow his receiver a little bit, and the defenders are all over the receiver. They just can't seem to get any separation at all, and our defense is playing incredibly well. And look at that. He was looking like he was going to get the first down, but we came out and snagged his butt before he could get anywhere. So now our next drive, Simpson plowing ahead. There he is, 13 rushes, 87 yards, and a touchdown. That is looking pretty nice there in the 3rd quarter. Then we're running with Simpson out of the Wildcat, hoping to catch the defense off guard, but Navy is not going to have any of that. Stop for a loss of 1 to put the drive to an end. And then Miller doing what he does best, but he is caught by our defensive lineman. He's not going anywhere, as has been the case for most of the day. But then he breaks off. He says no. He says no to that last play. First down for Navy. Now, in and out of the hands of the receiver. That's just the story of their day right there. No success in the passing game, with the exception of a few plays maybe. Now, here we are early in the 4th quarter. Green doing a juke. I don't know what he was doing. If he just kept going straight, he would have probably had the first down. They go for it on 4th down because they have to have any hope of staying in this game. And look at the read. Mr. Boyd like a homing missile. Not going to be fooled by this offense at all. He just goes in and closes the deal. So now we're going to use Simpson. We're going to use our backs to kill the clock. I have my backup quarterback and my backup halfback in. We don't want to risk injuring those guys for our future matchups, including week 2 against Alabama. So we're going to go for the long field goal, and it goes right through, splits the uprights, a 48-yarder from our kicker, Mr. Roy. I should really learn the first names of these guys instead of just last naming them, but get over it. So boom, almost intercepted. That's about the 3rd time that happened, where it's just thrown right into a defender's hands, and he dropped it. And they're really being forced to play a style of game they don't do. And Scott is going to put this one into the books. Western Kentucky, we are going to go on to win here. I'll show the final need to end the game, and it is a victory for the Hilltoppers. Pretty good game for us. We were able to do about everything I wanted to do. Run the ball well, pass the ball well. Defense played great. Navy isn't all that great, but you know, here the play of the game. That's pretty fantastic run right there by Simpson. There, the fans are excited. They're pumped, happy, high-fiving each other, and all that good stuff. So it was a good game by our guys. Navy disappointed that they couldn't get it done. And here's our player of the game. 1 yard short of 100 yards. That sucks, but still a good game from Simpson. We walk out with the win. And I'll be bringing the stats up shortly. We've got next week, in week 2, we've got the #1 team in the country and defending national champions Alabama, and we'll be playing at Alabama. And I don't think we could have asked for a more difficult game than playing at the #1 team in the country. They did beat Michigan 34-31, so they got past that game. Very tough game against Michigan. and we're hoping that maybe we can sneak in one of the biggest upsets ever. It would be a humongous upset if we could take down Alabama. But here's the game's final stats. I didn't get the player stats. We'll probably quickly review those before we go into the Alabama game for week 2. But this has been our week 1 game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all for our next matchup against Alabama.